Lights.
I'm still a little frazzled. I keep waking up at 4 because you come from the Netherlands flying in. It's just kind of
the same.
yeah.
Lights too, I'm sure. Lights. Voice.
Voice.
You are the voice.
Action.
You are the voice.
I'm on, so I'm not sure if the beamer's on. Is the beamer on?
Yes, sir. Hey, it was on.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It is on.
Yes. Excellent. Great. Should be popping up in a minute. So, good morning, I'm JP, and I'm actually going to explain to you a little bit about the Dutch game industry and why we have all these beautiful game cabinets here, because that's all kind of clogging up the space. And after this meeting is over, they will be turned back around and all the games will be turned on. I'm from the Dutch Game Garden. We've been accelerating the Dutch game industry for the last 5 years with the help of many others. So I'll quickly zip through this. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. We're right in the center of Utrecht. This is the Dutch Game Garden. I will not bore you too much with who we are. Well, we're going to talk about the Netherlands. Maybe the games that you have heard about is Killzone, built in Amsterdam. Overlord, built in Delft. This was built in Amsterdam with Vanguard Studios. Actually, did you know Deus Ex, the whole PC code base, is done by 12 programmers in the center of Utrecht. 2 Tribes, Amersfoort. And of course this one, hard to miss. I don't know if you have anyone heard of this game?
Yep.
Yes? Okay, this game has been downloaded millions of times since last week, so it's crazy. All Dutch stuff. Rocket Riot, Game Maker, anybody ever heard of this? It's a Dutch product, not by a soccer player, but by a guy named Mark Overmars, a professor. Angry Birds, ported on PSP in the Netherlands. Delicious, maybe a game house, it's all in the Netherlands, Eindhoven. The Blob, maybe you heard of that. Student game bought by THQ and turned into a Wii game. It's actually playable here, the team is here. The team actually turned into a company called Awesomeness. They actually have their game demoing here today. So what is Indigo? It's basically showing what happened to our nation. In actually, when I got into '98, I got into the industry, and I could choose from like a maximum of 10 companies. And we are today at 330 companies, which is insane, really, if you think about it. And why is that? Because of our education, one reason. Basically, we have 20 plus schools in the Netherlands doing something with a game development program, of which 5 do a full-time course. I wouldn't say they're all really, they're not all good, but there are some very good ones. And what happens is, lately, since 2007, we've been actually getting the IGF award nominations piling up. This is in fact, the first one was The Blob. We haven't won yet, I must say, but we've been nominated for the last years, every year. And there's actually 2 student games nominated right now to be the winner of this best of the IGF award, which will be awarded tomorrow night. It's just kind of showing like, hey, what's going on in the Netherlands? And that really is what Indigo is about. Today we're also presenting facts and figures about the Netherlands industry. It's the first serious attempt to really map out what's going on business-wise in the Netherlands. This is actually available here, so if anybody who's interested. There's just a couple of facts. Basically, what's interesting, 50% of our revenue is generated by serious games. Also interesting that most of that's internally and nationally, but we can also go out over the borders, and that's another thing. If you want to know about what happens on serious games, come and talk to us. The thing about that is the average size is 5, which is small, and that's also what Indigo is about. We are based in Utrecht, and we're kind of in the center of all this action. We've got lots of companies in our building, some of which are here presenting today. Indigo was designed really to collect all the good stuff that was all popping up in schools and in small companies nationwide, collect it and show it to the public, to the publishers, and to anyone else interested. So today we brought it to the Netherlands. In fact, Indigo was actually triggered and started by one of my former colleagues, Suraya, in the back. So if you want to know what her initial vision was for Indigo, she deserves a lot of praise for this. Suraya, yay! So today we're bringing it here. We're going to rearrange it after this meeting is over. So, we're going to start up the games. Basically, it's summarizing some of the best games for the last year. These are the times you can visit. You basically can get here. You can come here all week. We've got daily mixers where all the developers will be here. And during the business hours, you can make appointments to meet people and to see the games that are here. And actually, you can even come back Saturday and take your kids and play. So, in fact, you can combine work with children. That was my idea, because I have children. So we're really close, it's close to Moscone, so please come back. This is another great serious game, basically making boring stuff like history fun for kids to learn. And if you want to know more about that, come talk to Dimme, who's here. Fingal, may have heard of that. Some games. Another thing I want to present to you today, we're launching a Dutch intern program because we have so many students coming out of all these schools, and we're selecting the top 15%, and we want to present them to you. So, if EA or anyone else is interested in interns from the Netherlands, I can tell you a few that have done very well here in the US. So we would like to sort that out, and we don't want to waste your time, so we don't want to send the good ones. So basically, we want to thank Bart, Peter, Natalie, and everybody here for supporting us and giving us this opportunity. And we want to support all the people that have made this possible, the money that's come here from all different resources, and in the bottom row are all the companies and organizations that have sponsored these to come here to present to you. Thank you.
Great time.
Also,